Hi, Clark Sharks. I'm so excited to get to read a story to you while you're on vacation and having winter break. I sure do miss you, and I hope I get to see you in 2021. I'm going to read you a story called 10 Ways to Hear Snow. And I've never thought about, can you really hear snow? Listen carefully. When Lena woke up, everything was quiet. No cars honked, no buses chugged, no garbage trucks plopped trash across the street. Last night's blizzard was gone, leaving the city muffled and white. Snow. But today was Grape Leaf Day, when Lena would help her grandma make warak ina. CT was losing her eyesight, and Lena loved helping her cook. I want to tell CT about the snowstorm and make sure she's okay. The snow is so deep, Lena's mom said. We could go with you, Lena's dad offered, but Lena wanted to go to CT's by herself. Stay warm, Habibti, her dad told her, and Lena bundled up. Outside, the sun on the snow was bright, as white as a light bulb. Lena squinched her eyes and pulled her scarf over her nose. She could barely see. I wonder if this is how CT feels, Lena thought. The world sounded softer, but the noises she heard were clearer. Scrape, scrape, scrape. What was that? It was Mrs. Watson digging out the sidewalk. That's one way to hear snow, Lena thought. Lena walked down the street. Snuck, sneak, snuck. The noise was low to the ground. What was that? It was the treads of Lena's boots crunching snow into tiny waffles. 2 ways to hear snow. Lena ducked under a pine tree. Boomp! A powdery sound. A blue jay on a branch had knocked down snow. 3 ways to hear snow. Lena counted. She listened for more. What was that soft, whiskery noise? People were sweeping snow off their cars. Their brushes made the 4th way to hear snow. Scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch. Lena cut across the park. Another snow noise? Lena saw long, skinny tracks by her boots. Ahead of her, people were skiing. Their skis made the 5th way to hear snow. Rachid and Miriam were building a snowman. Pat, pat, pat. What was that? It was Mittens soothing out the snowman's head. The gentle sound made the 6th way to hear snow. As Lena walked away, her friends whispered and laughed. Thwump! Oh no! Lena ran as fast as she could. The 7th way to hear snow. Lena reached CT's building. All out of breath, her boots covered with white powder. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Lena giggled. She was making the 8th way to hear snow. Hello, Lena, the lady in the lobby said. Go on in. She pointed toward Lena's grandma's room. Lena tapped on the door. Surprise, CT, it's me. I came to make grape leaves with you. Lena threw her coat and mittens on the radiator to dry. Wonderful. The lamb and the rice are ready, CT said. Yalla! I can't wait, Lena shouted. Let's get started. Lena rinsed the grape leaves and placed them on the towels. Put some filling in the center, roll them up, and put them in the pot, CT instructed. They're like little grape leaf cocoons, Lena said, looking at them piled on the plate. Or lots of little sleeping bags, CT said. Ha! Mine looks like a mustache. Lena held her stuffed grape leaf under her nose. CT held hers under her nose, too. That's good. She wrinkled up her face and said, We look like a couple of real tough guys, she said in a tough guy voice. CT, did you know that we had a blizzard last night? Of course. Lena was surprised. How could her grandma know when she couldn't see very well at all? Then she heard a noise. Drip, drip, went the mittens. It was the sound of snow melting. 9 ways to hear snow. Suddenly, Lena understood how CT knew. CT, did you hear the snow? CT smiled. Each morning, I open the window and listen. Today, everything sounded hushed and soft. No noise is the sound that means it's snowing. CT, I listened too. I heard snow. 9 ways. 9 different ways. Shovels were 1, boots were 2, the blue jay was 3. Slow down, Habibti. I want to hear of them all, but right now, shh. Siti went to the window and opened it again. Listen, she said. Outside, the late blue afternoon was completely still. Quiet is the 10th way to hear snow. I had never thought that you could hear snow, but I learned a lot from this book, and I'm hopeful that maybe it will snow while we are on winter break. I will see you in 2021. Miss you, Clark Sharks.